Alright, we are going to practice combining like terms. This is why we are here. Oh, excuse my cat. There you go. Okay, so for number one, you should have this piece of paper in front of you for this lesson. So what you're going to do is we're going to combine the like terms of number one. So number one, this is 9c plus 10h plus 8m plus 7h minus 3m. Well, we already know that if we have multiple terms with the same variable in it, that we can combine them and put them together. So we are going to start the first one. We're going to start just from going from left to right. So I'm going to use a line symbol. You can use whatever symbol that you want, but I'm going to use a line for 9c. I'm going to put a line under there, just like that, to notate that 9c is there. Now look through the rest of the problem. Do we have any other c's? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to write 9c in our problem just like this, and we're going to draw an arrow like that. Okay, we're done with the c's now. We've combined as many as we can. We're going to move on to the next one, which is 10h. Okay, so I'm going to use a circle for my h's. You can use whatever pattern you want as long as it's different from the line. Okay, so now we have 10h circled, and I'm circling the sign before it so that we know to add 10h. Now if we can see here, we do have another h down the line right here. We have a 7h, so I'm going to use another circle because we want to use the same symbol for same variables. So we have a 10h and a 7h, and we're going to add them both because there's two plus signs. Okay, so 10h plus 7h plus 7h is going to end up being 17h. Should look like that. Okay. Now we only have two terms left, and they both have an m in it. Here's an 8m and a 3m here. So I'm going to use boxes to symbolize my m's. And if you notice here, I put, just like the other ones, I put the sign before it inside the box, so I know if I'm adding or subtracting it. I'm going to add the 8m, but over here, I'm going to subtract the 3m, okay? So when we add 8m, oh, excuse me, sorry, my screen glitched. There we go. So we've got 8m here, and then we have minus 3m, or negative 3m here. Then we're going to end up with 5m. 8m minus 3m equals 5m. So when I asked to combine the like terms, this is the answer to your problem. This is what you should put as your answer. Okay, let's do number two. Okay, number two, 6x squared plus 7x minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 5y. Okay, just like before, I'm going to start from left to right. We can combine terms that have the same variable and the same exponent. So we have lots of x's here, but we only can combine the x's if they have the same exponent. So this is an x squared. We can only combine it with the other x squared. This one is x without an x squared. We can only combine it with the other x without x squared. And then we have a y here. So let's start with the x squareds. I have a 6x squared here. Oh, excuse me, my computer doesn't like being recorded. Okay, we have 6x squared here, and then we have a minus 3x squared here. So what that'll look like, here if I have x squared minus 3x squared, that's going to end up being just positive 3x squared, because 6x squared minus 3x squared is 3x squared. Okay, let's combine the x's now. We have our x here and an x here. So I'm going to use boxes for this one. I'm going to put my box right here around 7x and around 4x. And these are both positive, so it's plus 7x plus 4x. So our 7x plus 4x, excuse me, is going to end up being 11x, because 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay, and the last one that we're left with here is this 5y. So I'm going to use my line for my 5y. If you notice, my line is big enough because it underlines the 5y and the minus in front of it, which means when I take that 5y and I drag it down here, it's going to end up being minus 5y, because we want to keep that minus with the minus like that. Okay, so then for this one, that would be the answer. All right, for this third question, you are going to do this one on your own. So go ahead and do this problem on your own. Once you're done with it, then move on to number 4 and 5. The video for 4 and 5 is just underneath this one.